Okay, I may have taken too many notes on this book and I may have thought about it too much, so I'm going to try to wrap things up and just say that I really like this book. It actually inspired um, part of my story in The Moth. I'm just gonna say there's the part in Boys on a Veranda where the psychiatrist is talking about people maybe coming in and finding him dead and, like talking about him with stories of botched suicides. And that's why I kind of related it to my main character being a writer and thinking about people finding her dead. And I also like that Boys on a Veranda and Advice for the Haunted kind of like they play together well. And I'm glad that they weren't one after the other because that might have been kind of I find the characters kind of like interesting seeing characters seeing characters without it being first person perspective, if that makes sense. Um, Lots of amazing imagery and detail, very interesting stories, very like it kind of reminds me, and this is just me, but it reminds me of the Twilight Zone, how the stories are not all connected, but they have the same kind of tone and eeriness kind of to them. I don't know. It just, for some reason, reading it made me think of that. Also, I was super, when I first started reading it, the first few pages of Felina, I was like, oh man, this is, ugh, gag. But then everything just kind of worked together, and I was like, oh, he's like, this is like Arthur having a manic pixie dream girl moment kind of thing. And then the story with Vera, I can't remember the name. Oh, and whatever. Vera, such a Vera name. I really love the concept of film noir. The whole book kind of has that kind of film noir-esque kind of feeling that, like, I don't know, just the way everything's described, very like artistic. And I don't know, I don't see things like this in other readings. So, well, maybe I do in a way, but I don't know. The character focus as well as how well it goes together with the imagery, the sensory details are so strong that I think that's what really made me start to like the first story and go, okay, I can keep reading and I'm not gonna be like irritated by the characters, or maybe I will. And then, but it's, maybe they're meant to irritate and meant to evoke something, which a lot of them are, like Arthur and Vera and well, maybe they're the most annoying characters to me personally, not to be mean or anything, but I don't know why. They just stood out as annoying. And yeah, great book. I will be recommending it to other people that like short stories.